Welcome to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. We're talking about Don't Worry, Darling. Oof. I think I need to slump in my chair for this, I'm not sure. Anyway, before we begin, going forward, I will be doing Two Beers, One Movie in association with Top Floor Films, because we now are working currently on our podcast/filmcast, which is going to be film discussions about famous films, about the independent film scene itself, and also maybe some reviews or new releases that I may publish, I should publish onto this page as well. Anyway, so let's get into Don't Worry, Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde, starring Florence Pugh, Harry Styles of all fucking people. I need a drink after that one. And Chris Pine. This movie has had so much controversy that it's actually more entertaining than the movie itself. But I'll get in with the good first before the bad. The good is Florence Pugh is absolutely phenomenal. She's a powerhouse of an actor. She just steamrolls her way through every fucking scene, not just in this movie, but in every movie. And then also, Chris Pine is quite good in this, the 1950s Jordan Peterson. I didn't make it up, it's Olivia. Yeah. Anyway, Harry Styles is in it, and that's not good. It's not good at all. I mean, what accent is he doing? Because he can't really act as well, he's really shown up beside Florence and Chris Pine, almost like he isn't an actor, that he's a singer and he's good looking and he can dance. Maybe that's just me. Christopher Nolan cast him, so what the fuck do I know? He's a genius. So what, for him and Olivia were banging, or are banging, or in a relationship, it's none of my business. But as a film lover, good Jesus. I couldn't, I hope he's not in that many films that I'm interested in, or by directors I'm really into, or other actors I'm really into, because he probably is a great singer. I'm just not into his music. He's a good dancer, because there's a good dancing scene in this film, and he is good looking. But that's not why I'm watching the fucking movie. I want to see Florence Pugh. I want to see what Olivia had in store, because the trailer looked quite good. And what accent is he doing? And it's just like, I think people, when they watch movies, that if they roar, then people think it's a good performance. Anyway, some of the other good stuff is, the score is really good, it's shot really well, it looks really beautiful, sound design is quite good. The cinematography, as I mentioned, is really, really good. The production design, all of it is top notch. Florence Pugh is really good. Chris Pine is really good. Oh, that's it. Other than that, it's bland, it's boring in parts, it drags, it's trying to get across a serious message. Like, spoiler alert, whatever. I don't really give a fuck, but if you're this is Black Mirror meets Revolutionary Road. Okay, so in the real world, it's a bit weird. Like, you ever see that episode of Black Mirror where he has like the Star Trek world and in this kind of like VR world where they take their minds? Yeah, and then outside that world, he's like a weirdo. There you go. That's Don't Worry, Darling. Except it's not executed properly. Harry Styles just does not come across as an incel, and no matter how much makeup or dirty clothes and grease in his hair, he's still gonna be good looking pretty boy behind all that who can't act. As I said, nothing against him. He's probably a great singer. I just don't like his music. He's probably a great dancer. He's probably a nice fella. But it just doesn't work, and it's bland and it's boring. And the message trying to get across about toxic masculinity and men putting women down, and yes, it's there, but as you mentioned in another review, we're in this era of Hollywood now where they want us to portray all these really great messages in film, which is perfectly fine. If it's racism, homophobia, transphobia, bleeding toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, bleeding mental health with Smile, these are all really serious subject matters. And it seems that people are just making these into serious subject matters. So the audience go, oh my god, that's me. Oh, I feel that. But yeah, it's not done cleverly. Look at Jordan Peele's Get Out. That had a serious message. That was written really well. Nope, written really well. Had serious messages behind it. I'm just thinking of him off the top of my head. He's not the only one. There's lots of them out there where you understand Get Out is about racism, but it's written so well that you care about the character because the script has got something to say, and it gives the characters something to say without actually fucking saying it. Now we're just in this era where it's just like mental health. Let's make a scary movie. Toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. Incels. Movie. And that's like, they're just shoving it down your throat just so maybe you'll get nominated for a fucking Oscar because it has some sort of serious subject matter that's in the real world. And it just doesn't work. The execution is so bad in Don't Worry Darling that when the twist happens, it's like, oh, but you would probably know the twist about 40 or 50 minutes into the movie when Florence Pugh's character, something happens. You kind of are guessing. And it is Black Mirror meets Revolutionary Road. And not in a good way. In a boring way. Yes, some of the outside influences of the movie, controversies of the movie are probably more entertaining than the movie. And it's probably elevated the movie a little bit more than it should do. And it's given it a bit more eyes on it than it really should do. Florence Pugh is too good to be in this. Chris Pine's performance is too good to be in this, to be honest. And Olivia done a really great job in their last movie, Get Smart. Or Booksmart, which is quite good, quite clever. This doesn't seem clever. This seems like there's a message to betray here. Is it all men are pricks? Possibly. Are all men pricks? Wouldn't say all men. Plenty are. Plenty of people are pricks. Never mind men. And I want you to just believe that message so much, whether it's in the reality world or whether it's in the fake world. And either way, it just seems like it's going for style over substance. They watched an episode of Black Mirror and then maybe stuck on Revolutionary Road afterwards and just thought, there we go. But it just really doesn't live up to the hype. I seen the first trailer, I was so psyched for it. Florence Pugh is great and everything, as I just mentioned. Chris Pine is he's a charming, captivating actor. And Olivia Wilde's good as a good actor as well. It felt bland, as I keep saying. Like, it does dragging parts, and it's not really like, oh, I wonder what's happening. This is real mysterious. I want to get to the end so I can see what the twist is, because you know there's a twist. You just know there's a twist when you see basically all these wives and these husbands live in this community that's in the middle of the fucking desert, and the husbands go off and drive off into this fucking mysterious place like Area 51, let's say, and nobody knows what they do in there, and the wives stay home and do all the wives shit. Like, it's so in your face of what it's trying to get across that it's too in your face. A, it's too obvious, and B, by the time it gets to the end of the movie, you just won't give a fuck because you've made it so bland. And really, Florence Pugh and Chris Pine have kept me till the end. They've carried the movie on their shoulders, so it makes you watch till the end, because if it was just another actor in those roles that maybe they weren't as good, this movie would be one of the worst movies you could ever possibly see, because it's so bland, the script is so bland, and then Harry Styles' accent and his performance is just, I cringe every time he's on telly, on the screen. And that's just me. Anyway, please like, subscribe, catch you in the next episode, and take care of yourself.